Welcome to Manna at the Tap, a podcast of Tapestry Ministries. Each episode reflects on a daily Bible reading from the Revised Common Lectionary. I'm Gloria, a fellow traveler on a spiritual journey with the Tapestry community, and we refer to the daily Bible reading as our spiritual manna. It nourishes our souls, fostering spiritual growth as we share insights and interpretations that enrich our spiritual lives. Today is Wednesday, June the 17th, 2026, in the third week of Ordinary Time. The lectionary reading is from Luke chapter 6, verses 12 to 19, where Jesus selects his 12 disciples. After Jesus was baptized in the Jordan River, he spent 40 days in the wilderness before returning to Galilee. There he taught in local synagogues on the Sabbath and performed miracles. Large crowds started to follow him, prompting Jesus to assemble a core group of disciples to train. This inner circle would be equipped to continue his ministry, preach the gospel, and perform miracles in his name and with his authority. One day, Jesus went to a mountainside to pray, and he spent the night asking for God's guidance in selecting 12 men. This selection reflected the 12 tribes of Israel from the Old Testament, which established the foundation of the nation. The 12 disciples chosen by Jesus and called apostles would act as the church's spiritual cornerstone here in the New Testament. So I'll share their names with you. Simon, later renamed Peter by Jesus, and his brother Andrew were fishermen working alongside James and his brother John. Philip was from the same hometown as Peter and Andrew, and he was so excited to meet Jesus that he immediately found his friend Bartholomew, also called Nathanael, and introduced him to Jesus. Matthew was a tax collector prior to being called by Jesus. Thomas is known as Doubting Thomas because of his skepticism regarding Jesus' resurrection. Another man named James, the son of Alphaeus, is mentioned to distinguish him from James, the brother of John. There was also a different man named Simon who was a zealot and a radical nationalist. The final two disciples chosen were both named Judas. One was the son of James, and the other was Judas Iscariot, who would go on to betray Jesus. Jesus selected a diverse group of men to form his closest disciples. And after descending from the mountainside, he stood on a level place. A large crowd of people and disciples gathered to listen to his teachings and to seek healing for their illnesses. As they touched him, they were all healed.